because I'm still freaking. I think I'm in a lupus crisis. Is what's going on. I'm pretty sure of it because my face is like drying out and stuff. So probably not. I ain't did nothing all day. I did do my hair. It took me like 6 hours, 7 hours. That's how I know. Because I just feel really, really tired and exhausted and no energy. My muscles is real achy. So I've been around this house. I think I overexerted myself last week, last 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Mr. Wilder. I appreciate that. You know, we got videos on YouTube. If you ever want to catch any of our classes and you don't get to catch us live, we got tons. We almost at about 700 on we got close to 700. We rounded up. We close to 700 on YouTube if you want to go get some schooling. Hey everybody. I did study this morning, y'all, but I'm for sure in a lupus crisis because I'm exhausted and my mind is just tired. I've been in my bed. Thank you so much. I've been in my bed, so y'all pray for me because I did too much last week, and so my body, like, I don't know if y'all know anything about lupus, but if you push your body too hard, you could be down for weeks, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna relax these next couple of days because I don't want to be in the bed for a month. I do not want to do that. So I did overdo it, and my body is letting me know. Like I fell asleep last night at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I slept till 3:45 this morning. I got up, did some laundry, did my hair, and by the time 12 o'clock came, I was so exhausted I laid back down. Then I've been getting some personal calls too, so I had a few conversations with my family members and stuff like that. I put on my other couple of nails and came in here to talk to y'all. And I'm probably about to go get back in my bed. I am, Miss Deborah. It's just like my lupus is weird. So as long as I'm not overexerting myself, I'm fine. But when I just push, 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 my body will shut down. It ain't gonna do nothing. I'll be tired for like a week. I did, Jay. Thank you so much. It's the same hair color, y'all. It ain't no different. I didn't color it or nothing. I just twisted it. I didn't even wash it because I shampooed it last week. I said, well, I'm gonna start doing this in what you call it. Uh, I wash shampoo it like Friday, and then next Thursday I'll twist it because it's getting to be a lot of work. I did study something, y'all, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't even have it in me to read it all and do that. I don't. And it's good. Well, maybe we can read it, but I'm not gonna be able to do all the animated stuff. I promise y'all I'm not because I'm tired. So if we read it, it is a good lesson, but I won't be able to be jumping around and all that. So we can read, but we probably just go read it, and it's only like 3 paragraphs. So if y'all want class, we could do that. But anything other than that, I'm yes, honey. I really just think that my body is really, 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 really adjusting to the last 18 months because I just been going, going, going. About to darken the gray edges and start twisting tonight. Come on, auntie. I don't care what nobody say. Locks is the way to go, honey. It is braids every day. That's why I like locks, baby. If you wear braids all the time, you might as well get locks. Because then you ain't got to pay it and then take them down and put them back up and go on and get you some locks. This is braids every day, baby. So do y'all want to read a little bit? Thank you so much. Do y'all want to read a little bit of that or no? Because it ain't that much. But thank you so much. Yeah, I promise y'all, this is the same hair. All I did was twist it and put a little edges down. I ain't put no color in it since yesterday or the last time y'all see me or nothing. I just probably because I ain't got that little baby fro. Hey, day. I ain't got that little baby fro sitting under there. That's what it is. And y'all wrong because y'all didn't even tell me I had it. Raggities. Let me go get my foot. Y'all was supposed to tell me I had a baby fro. Y'all didn't even say nothing. It's life, family. Let you go out looking crazy. Y'all know I be out and about now. Yeah, right. I don't know if I can believe y'all. Y'all know I got the car now. And I don't go too many places, but y'all just gonna let me go out looking. I had two nails on one hand. Y'all don't even, Mr. Circle is not gonna want to see that. Supposed to have my best interest at heart. I don't be believing sometimes that y'all do. I think y'all don't care about me looking crazy because then if I get me a Mr. Circle, I won't be on here as much. So I think y'all are fine with me looking a hot mess every day. Ain't nobody gonna want it. We don't say nothing. He ain't gonna want that. I see what y'all doing here, but I got a trick bag for y'all. I'll not be going outside looking a hot mess every day. Now, see, I didn't care when I didn't leave the house. Now I said, well, damn. Oh, I gotta do a little bit. Listen, Tiff. I just, listen. Could be the weather. I've been drained. It is because it's cold in the mornings. And I told y'all my lupus is muscular. So that's why I have to keep my house. When it start getting cold, people come in my house and they help you strip down. Like you better come with a t-shirt and like some shorts or something. Because I have to keep my house about 76 or I won't be able to get up in the morning. My muscles will be so stiff, it'll be almost that. That's why I keep that blow dryer. So even if it is chilly, I'll turn that on for like 5 minutes, put it under the cover, let my muscles like warm up. Listen, Tiff, it's a real thing. Listen. All right, so you're gonna need your book too, because we're gonna get this. Ooh, honey, I know you do. My mom says I keep mine set on hell. Honey, yes, because if I don't, these muscles will not move. Hey, baby, I got an electric blanket. But see, I'm going through menopause, so I have to have concentrated heat. It got to be on my feet or right in the middle of my back, and then I can move. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you need your book too, because I'm not going to be on here, y'all. I'm about to go get back in my bed. I'm going to eat something, and I'm getting back in my bed. Where can you order these books? You can order them online on Amazon if you go in my bio and go to the books. They're up there. Just I did too much last week, Z, and Auntie got lupus, so I gotta take my time and not overwork myself as much as I be wanting to. So mental stress plus me moving around, they don't do me good. But also, if you want to read with us right now, you can go to Sacred Text and go to the Maccabees, and you'll be able to read with us now. Just type in James Charlesworth and then the Maccabees book 3, because that's where we're going. Y'all need to be on page. We read this before, but I want to read it again because I think it's. Thank you. Yeah, it'll be good. I just need to rest. That's all. Sleep and eat and sleep and eat and sleep and eat, and I'll be back. This happens a lot. Yep. It should be page 517. In my book, it's 517. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I know y'all do. But that's why I said sometimes when I'm not on here, it's not that I'm busy doing stuff. Sometimes I'm just in my bed because my body be like, no. Or my menopause be acting up and I don't want to be mean to nobody or be nasty. So then I just don't. I don't get to messing with people or nothing. You know? I be trying to just be cool. I'm learning. Yes, book 2, page 517, Miss Krishanda. Yes. It should say the third book of the Maccabees. And I think this is an important lesson. If you got paper, I need you to write this down. I don't know what's going on with this end. Okay, once you get to your page, I need you to write down Matthew 12. Write down verses 46 through 50. And I'm going to read this real quick, and then we're going to go back to this. Y'all don't have to go here. I just want you to have that in your notes, okay? Y'all got me? So Matthew 12, verses 46 through 50. And just jot that down in your notes at the top of the paper for today's class. And then keep your page 517 in book 2. Y'all don't have to go here. I'm just going to read it, and then we'll go on, okay? Okay. So it says, while Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and his brothers stood outside wanting to speak to him. And someone told him, your brothers are standing outside wanting to speak to you. And he replied to him, who is my mother and who are my brothers? Pointing to his disciples, he said, here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and my sister and my mother. Y'all got that? That's where this is coming from, what we about to read. Okay? All right. Okay. Here we go. Wait a minute, where's my light? Thank you, Miss Joy. I don't know how this nail keeps lifting. That's gonna drive me crazy. I must not have got it off that cuticle or something. Okay, here we go. All right, it says, from people returning from the scene, Philopater, I don't know how to say that name, received the news of Antiochus, the news of Antiochus, we're going to call him Auntie. Lord, the news of Antie's capture of the places which had been under his control. He then put out orders to all his infantry and cavalry forces and moved on, taking his sister Arsenal along with him. Now, we did a study on this before, and we found out this is where the word arsenal comes from. Because if you go down in the notes there, it talks about weapons. So our word arsenal, we studied this before, but I know for a fact that this young lady, Arsenal, and guess who Arsenal is? Cleopatra's sister. Actually, Arsenal is called the treacherous sister. She's Cleopatra's little sister. This person we're reading about right now is Cleopatra's little sister. This guy told me is Cleopatra's brother. You was watching a documentary on Netflix. Isn't it crazy? Now, I didn't even know there was Cleopatra's documentary. I'm going to have to go check that out. Brother, husband. Okay. Okay, I have to look it up. Thank you. Isn't this crazy, though, that it's in our books? And our Bible. But they give them different names. They changed the names of the cities. So we don't know. Mhm. Here we go. All right. To the territory around Raphia. Now, who do we think probably lived in Raphia? Who do you think lived in Raphia? The Rephaim. I bet you there was a remnant of the Rephaim there. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because we know that the wars came when the giants came. Remember? Hello. Remember? The wars came, the bloodshed, and all of that fighting over the land. It came, right? Right. So these names are important places. And we know that they named definite leaf fibers of the raffia tree, palm tree. Okay. So we know they lived in ancient Mesopotamia. It was like Turkey or something. Okay, here we go. So it says where Ansi, we just gonna call him Ansi, uh, his army was camped. But a certain Theodotus decided to carry out a scheme he had in mind. So he took some of the very best of Ptolemy's soldiers who had previously been placed in his charge and went across by night to Ptolemy's tent, intending to kill him single handedly and end the war at a stroke. However, one Dositheos or Dositheos, we're going to call him Dosi, called the son of Dremulus, who was a Jew by birth but later had renounced the law and abandoned his ancestral beliefs, removed Ptolemy and had a poor unknown fellow sleep in his tent inside his tent bed instead. And he, of course, suffered the fate intended for Ptolemy. A violent battle ensued, and when the tide ran in favor of Ansi, Arsinoe traversed the ranks, wailing in tears hair, with her braided hair in Africa, ancient Egypt, ancient Rome. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hanging loose, begged them to take courage and rally, not just for their own sake, but for the sake of their wives and children. She even promised to give each one of them, if they won, 2 of gold. The outcome was that the enemy was destroyed in the combat, and many were also taken prisoner. When the plot against him was thwarted, Ptolemy now decided to visit the neighboring cities and offer them encouragement. When he had done this and distributed gifts to their shrines, he made his subjects feel secure. When the Jews sent out the delegation of the council and the elders to greet him and offer him friendly gifts and congratulate him on his achievements, he was all the more eager to visit them as soon as possible. Soon he came to Jerusalem, where he sacrificed to God the greatest, and put up thank offerings, observing to some extent the properties of the place, excuse me. When he entered the sacred place, he was struck by its immaculate and dignified appearance, and marveling at the orderliness of the temple, asked himself thoughtfully whether he should go into the sanctuary. So Ptolemy got to Jerusalem and was like, yeah, this place nice. I think I'm going to go into the sanctuary. It's real nice in here. Real nice. Yes, it's nice, as Tiffany Haddish say. Okay. He said, I think because it's so nice and I'm the ruler of all of this, I might as well go on up in here then. Let me see what they got popping up in here because it's real nice out here. I can only imagine what it looked like in the sanctuary. Let me go on up in here. Seeing as how I'm the ruler of the land, I can do so. Right? Until he couldn't. Yeah, buddy, because God will shake your whole understanding. I'm about to show you something. Just look here. Keep doing what you want to do when God just pay attention. Here we go. Ooh, wait. It says, okay. They told him that this was quite improper, since not even the Jewish people themselves were allowed in, nor indeed any and every priest, but only the high priest, who was the chief of all, and he only once a year. So they said, hold up, we don't even get to go in the sanctuary. And all the priests you see are bobbing and weaving and praying, not even them can go in there. Only the high priest, and that nigga's only allowed in once a year. We would suggest you didn't. Because we got a tired bell around the high priest just in case his heart ain't right. He gonna drop that as soon as he get in the Holy of Holies, and we gonna have to drag that nigga out. So, I mean, I would hope and pray that you didn't. Who knows the story of the priest? They had to tie a bell and a rope around him just in case that priest was fronting in front of the people. But baby, you can't lie to the Holy Ghost. They are drop dead as soon as they step into the Holy of Holies. And they'll have to drag them out. Let one of them priests not be cleansed and right and try to go in there and offer sacrifices. They had to tie a rope because baby, them priests would drop dead. And they would have to drag their dead bodies out. You can lie to the people, you can front to the people, but when you get in the presence of the Almighty God, ain't nothing hidden, baby, and you not gonna fake for him. That's why I be telling y'all, this ain't about y'all. I'm gonna be this way whether I'm on here or not, because he see me. And I don't need nobody dragging my dead body out of nowhere. You cannot lie. You right, Yvonne. You cannot lie to God. You can fake for the people, but them priests' heart used to be beating fast because if they didn't have all their stuff right, they knew this was going to be the last time they ever walked anywhere. See, we don't think about God like that. We lie, think we lying to him, and how everything you do. My grace and mercy is the reason your heart is still beating. But you better quit playing with me because it don't have to. That's why I like who y'all faking for. Because God can see you. So I can say whatever I want to say when I'm not on here and get on here and talk about hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I don't know if y'all know, but pastors is dropping dead in the pulpit. They having whole full heart attacks right in the pulpit, babe. So it's still happening, technically. It's still dead in pulpits right now. Real life. And technically, where they are standing is supposed to be the holies of holies in that space behind the altar. Who got time? I don't. That's why I be telling y'all, listen, I can't worry about your sins because I need to make sure that I am getting my own off. You need to be worried about your sins, and because I can't stand in judgment for you. I can only stand in judgment for CERCA. That's the only person I'm worried about. In that sense, I don't care what you gonna do with your stuff. That's on you. That don't have nothing to do with me. Because when I stand in judgment, ain't none of y'all about to be. I mean, y'all might be in the crowd, but I'm gonna be standing in front of God for myself. So don't front and don't do nothing for me. You better be doing it because your daddy can see you. That's why I don't care. People be like, "Oh, she be cussing," and you be cussing in your mind. It's the same. God see you, but you faking. I'm gonna do it out so He can help me. Ain't no hidden sin. We just gonna go on and get it out the way. Because if I thought it, I'm gonna be judged for it anyway. Because He said He gonna judge our thoughts first. Because if you would have never thought it, you would have never said it and or did it. So there's that. You cuss just as much as me. You just don't do it out loud. Mm. So you like hidden sin. That's like when I was in the apostolic church and they used to tell us we could go work out and we could wear sweats, but under our jean skirts. And here goes CERCA. This is why I be getting kicked out of churches. So you mean to tell me as long as can't nobody see it, we can wear pants? So wouldn't that be considered hidden sin? Excommunicated. Excommunicated. Kicked out of everything. Sat down. You don't need to talk. You can't testify. You can't ask no questions in Bible study. You can't do nothing. I just was asking a question. So you telling us that as long as don't nobody seeing us sinning, we can do it. Because if we ain't supposed to wear pants, we not ever supposed to put them on our body. So which one is it? And then I'm kicked out. All the saints is shunning me, acting like they want to throw rocks, and I just get on down in the ground and start writing out sins. Like my daddy. You forgot you told me about, remember when I was your friend and you said, do you remember December 17, 2007? What about May 15, 2023? No. July 6, 1996. 3 a.m. in the morning. 3:23. Remember when you called my phone? Don't play with me. Mm-mm. Worry about your sins, and I'll worry about mine. That's why people like, oh, she said, listen, what I feel about what you do and what God feels about what you do is not, listen, I'm not putting you in heaven. I don't get to open your book and say yay or nay. It don't matter how I feel about it. Who you need to be worried about is my daddy. Because he's the one that's going to hand out your judgment, not me. I'm just here to tell you how he feel about it. You do what you want to do. So when judgment day come, you gonna deal with your judgment and I gotta deal with mine. CERCA might not have a problem with what you're doing because it don't affect me. But how do my daddy feel about it? The world might say, oh yeah, it's fine, do whatever you want, it's okay. But what my daddy say? Well, we about to find out about how he feel about people just doing whatever they want to do whenever they feel like it. Let's look and see what they got to say about this. Y'all ready? Come on, Earl. Right, don't shoot the messenger. Cause I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not going to hell for none of y'all. So you don't never have to like what I say. You don't have to agree with it. I don't care. It ain't even my words. I'm just telling y'all what he got to say. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want everybody to make it to heaven, but the fact is everybody ain't going. So you gonna choose this day who you gonna serve. It don't got nothing to do with me. You're not serving CERCA. You're not pleasing CERCA. You're not living for CERCA, honey. You are living for the Almighty God and what he told you to do in your position on this planet. It don't got nothing to do with me. Do whatever you want to do. Lay with whoever you want to lay with. Take whatever you want to take. Do whatever you want. I am not trying to run up no more than I already did. Because this is why y'all remember, we did the math for how long it takes to pay back 1 hour of sin. "40 days of fasting don't even get off 1 hour of sin." So you can fast for a month and 10 days, and that 1 hour of sin, you still on you still ain't paid for it. So let's say you had your boo thing for 3 hours. That's 120 days of you fasting and praying, and that sin still ain't off you. God forbid you spend a weekend. Because every single one of them hours that you are with the person you're not supposed to be with counts. From the moment that you started to deceive the person to go sneak and be with them, that's when the clock started. It didn't start once you got in their face. It started when you was driving to the hotel, when you was driving to the wherever. You said, I ain't even gonna pay we can't none of us pay it off or pay it off. You said, damn. Yeah, y'all better go back and find that class. I don't even know which one it is. If anybody took notes, give us the date so we can go back and find it. Oh, we did the numbers and it was like 6,500 days or something like that to pay back 72 hours or some stuff. It was like 20 years for like one weekend or some crap like that. You said we all done for it. This is why he said you can never pay me back. So when he says he paid the price for sin, that'll help you understand. He said you can never repay me for what I did for you. As soon as my blood hit the dirt, everything that came out of the dirt was redeemed. Okay, who came out of the dirt? The animals, the trees, the people. You wonder why God's blood had to run in the dirt? Because that's where we come from and that's where we go back to. So once one drop of his blood hit the ground, anything that came out of it was redeemed. Because remember, the animals sinned too. Don't forget that. They got to go back to the dust as well. And the animals started mating with the humans and making monsters and whatnot. They wanted their voice back because their voice got taken when Satan was defeated and he lost his voice, and so they all couldn't talk no more. So they had a vendetta against man too. This is why God told them it's gonna be enmity between you and the snake. Y'all gonna be enemies. It's gonna be beef between you and the animals. And now we have shows like Animal Attacks. Because prior to Adam sinning, the animals could not attack us. Once Adam sinned, he didn't have dominion over the animals like he used to. So then they could attack us. That's how the snake was able to attack Eve. If they hadn't sinned, animals would have never been able to put no teeth, bite us, the spiders, nothing. But when man sinned, that was a part of our destruction, was that the poison that was in the animals and all that could now affect us. We did our own damn selves in. Trying to do what we want to do. It always make it worse. For real, for real. On the rise. Ain't that crazy? The animal, like you said, animals can still understand us, but we can't understand them. And they be talking. But God, so like I tell people, God has confused if y'all notice, listen, if y'all notice, God just keep doing the same thing over. He don't change. When Lucifer got kicked out of heaven, he got changed from a light being to a dark being. When we got kicked out of heaven, we got changed from a light being to a dark being. Because now our mind is in darkness. We was nothing but pure light at first. Remember in Adam and Eve, he said now everything has been encased in animal flesh. Right? Everything has been encased in animal flesh. And I can't see the angels ascending and descending the way that I used to. I can't see the glory of God now. Only if God opens up our spiritual eyes and allows his light to come in can we see the beings that's behind this animal flesh that we got. This is why when you die, the light in your eyes go out. The same light that sparked to start your cells multiplying so that you could get arms and tendons and ligaments and brain cells and all of that, that light finally goes out. The same spark of electricity that you needed to start your cells multiplying that's keeping you alive today. That same one spark of electricity, once your daddy's sperm hit your mama's egg and that light go around the egg and go be going off in the egg, your body is still functioning off that same electricity right now. And it's so funny that the action that is going on when that is happening is supercharged. So much so that the hair on your body be standing up, don't it? So it's a lot of electricity that has to happen in order for life to start. It's like rubbing sticks together. It's going to be some heat. Friction. Come on. Now get this, though. Get this. When your heart stops, what do they use to try to bring you back? What do they use? AED. Electricity. Electricity. They try to get that spark back. But if God does not tell your heart to start firing electrons in your brain, guess what? The light is gone. So the same light that starts your life stops your life. And God is what? Light. He says, I give life and I take it. Are y'all getting this? He is the light. Electricity is light. Light starts your life, and electricity light stops your life. Because, come on now. So when he take his light from you, when he give you his light, life starts. And then when he takes his life, his life stops. Because it's the electricity that keeps you alive. The light. And if that light don't flicker again, you don't move anymore. So the same way he said, I am light, that light is what gives each and every last thing with a pumping heart, whether it be an animal, a fish, or whatever. His light is what keeps the world going. Even this. And you want to play talking crazy and stuff. What they say, if you don't get out in the sun enough, if you don't get enough light, you're deficient. Vitamin D, your muscles start to break down. So as long as you stay in the darkness, your body gonna be really. So darkness all around just ain't good for you. Darkness in your mind, darkness in your eyes, darkness on your damn skin. It's amazing how many people are drawn to darkness. All right, here we go. All right. Look, y'all over there thinking like, dang, that is I love y'all. And y'all ain't even smoked yet. Look at you. Come on. I'm about to put something on your head. All right. We going to skip around a little bit. Let's see. They told him, blah, 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 okay. It says, however, he was not at all convinced. Even after the law had been read out to him, he persistently affirmed that he must enter and say it. Even if they are deprived of this honor, I must not be. He then asked, why is it that when he entered every other shrine, nobody present stopped him? And all too hastily, somebody said that it was wrong to speak of this as if it were a marvel. Even so, he said, why should I not enter in my case, whether they want me to or not? Then the priests, in all their vestments, prostrated themselves and entreated Almighty God to help them in their present difficulty, and make their assailant change his mind. And they filled the temple with loud cries and tears. Okay, so listen. I'm going to skip 17 through 29. Y'all can go and read that, but it was basically saying that the priest started praying and the folks was crying and they like, oh my God, he about to desecrate our temple. God, do something. Okay? Do something. So we going to skip down to chapter 2 where it says the prayer of Simon the high priest. Y'all see that? We in book 2, page 518, y'all, at the bottom. You got it, Rita? Okay, Miss Valerie, you got it? All right. That middle part was just talking about how they was praying and crying and, oh, God, wailing and acting all crazy. You know how black folks do. You know how they do. Moving on. The high priest Simon knelt in homage in front of the sanctuary and holding out his hands with due reverence, he prayed, Lord, Lord, King of heaven, ruler of all creation, holy among the holy ones, sovereign conqueror of all, pay heed to us who are sorely vexed by a wicked and corrupt man, reckless in his effrontery and might. For you who created all things and govern the whole world are a just ruler and condemn all who act insolently and arrogantly. You destroyed men for their wicked deeds in the past, and among them giants relying on their own strength and self-confidence, upon whom you brought an immeasurable flood of water. So the last niggas that got real cocky in the chest, they relied on their strength and their might. Got something as simple as water. And this is why I tell you, if you go and you look in Genesis 6, it's so crazy that the headline is always the flood, but it immediately goes to start talking about the giants and how they were created. Why wouldn't it talk about that first? If the headline in Genesis 6, no matter where you read it, always says the flood, I got all these other Bibles up here, but I just want my little bitty one. Where are you? A regular green Bible. What I do with it? Oh, yeah. Ain't no telling. What is this? I'm just going to get, oh, there it goes. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. It is growing, Sarah. You see that right there? It's like the flood at the top of the. Y'all see it? It's like the flood, but then immediately it goes into talking about the giants. When men began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw the daughters. And then who was there? The Nephilim. And then the flood came. People skip that when they reading it, but don't nobody be paying attention to say the flood. But why I talk about giants first? Well, that's exactly what it said right here. The flood, I told you I was for the giants. Because they could fly and it was monsters and the whole nine. They had the flying horses. That's why the water came up first and then it came down. And it was hot water at that. Wasn't no cold water, it was hot. So again, right here in the Maccabees, this priest said, listen, the last people that felt like they was big enough and bad enough to do whatever they wanted to, you flooded the whole earth to get rid of them. The whole earth. Right. If that water came from the gates, it said the 7 gates of earth opened up. And the water came from out of the earth up first. Geysers. Think about hot geysers. Or hell, that water could have been as hot as lava. Because we don't know how far deep down in the earth God brought it from. If the 7 gates is opened, this is why we have 7 continents now. Thank you, girl. Dollar Tree. So I got $5. Mm-hmm. So if you ever seen Dante's Peak, just think about the water. Remember they was in that boat? And think about this. It was sulfur in the water. So the water was so acidic that it was incinerating their bodies. Remember in Dante's Peak? It was so much sulfur and basically it had turned the water into like acid water. That water was so hot and so acidic that it was just burning them. Now, where else do we know that God used sulfur and fire to burn people? A technical rain. Drowning and boiling and burning. Come on now. Day, ain't that what he says gonna be going on in Ezra? Excuse me. Gomorrah. Gomorrah. Hell too, but Gomorrah. It was raining, fire and brimstone, rocks of sulfur. What are the people going to be in? As we read in Ezra, they're going to be in burning cauldrons of sulfur or rivers of sulfur and tar. So we see, and then he said, this time it's going to rain down fire. He said, I ain't going to flood it with water no more. This time I'm going to burn it up. So if you go back and you look, okay, when the snake did what he did, God changed it to where the animals couldn't understand the humans and vice versa. Then when men got big enough and bad enough to do it again at the Tower of Babel, now he said, not only are you not going to understand the animals, now you're not going to understand each other. So 2 different times God confounded the languages of beings on this planet so that they couldn't get together and go against him and disobey him. Then we see that he used hot water from the earth, which probably has sulfur in it, to burn the folks up. Then we see it again in Sodom and Gomorrah. So as y'all can see, now listen, remember when Jesus was little and he withered up the man's hand and withered up the little boy's hand? He unwithered, the first miracle he did, he unwithered the lady's hand and then he was withering up little kids' hands and withering up little kids' bodies. Okay, well when he was 33, did he not wither the tree? When he was walking by it and he wasn't producing nothing, didn't he withered the tree too, right? The fig tree. He withered the tree. He withered the tree in the garden and changed its appearance. He changed Lucifer's appearance when he messed up, and he changed our appearance when we messed up. He changed the snake's appearance when he messed up. So if you're not producing and you're not listening, he's gonna change your appearance, and you're not gonna have nothing to even produce. I hope y'all seeing that his patterns don't change. They don't. It might be a little. He might tweak it a little different, but it's the same. Back then, if the priest was cutting up, they put a string on them, and they was dropping dead in the pulpit. Now you don't need a string because you can go up there, but pastors are still dropping dead in the pulpit. So let's see what he did to old boy, since he felt like he was big enough and bad enough to go on up in here. Even though the only high priest can go in, and they got to tie a string on his leg. So folks get big for their britches, as my mom used to say. Let's see what happened to his old nugget head. All right. Because we see what happened to the giants. It says, upon whom you brought an immeasurable flood of water. When the inhabitants of Sodom acted insolently and became notorious for their crimes, you burned them up with fire and brimstone and made them the example to later generations. You tested the proud Pharaoh who enslaved your holy people of Israel with many different punishments and made known to him your mighty power. When he pursued the chariots, a great host of people, when he pursued with chariots a great host of people, you overwhelmed him in the depths of the sea and brought safely through those who believed on you, the ruler of all creation. When they saw the works of your hand, they praised you, conqueror of all. So y'all know he went on and prayed all the way through there. So then I need y'all to skip down to 21. Is y'all ready? He did a whole prayer. Y'all can go back and read it, but can y'all skip down to 21? Right here where it says God's punishment. We about to see. So this nigga said, I'm big enough and bad enough to do what I'm going to do. Who going to check me, boo? I done went in all the other temples and shrines, and they let me up in there, and they had some libations for me so I could walk around and tour the place. Y'all going to do the same. Y'all is about to do the same. And they said, okay. I don't know what to tell you. Look, they probably was all looking like this. Because they know what go on. But you going to be bad enough and bold enough to go on and come on through. Well, come on in then. Okay? So it says, then the God who beholds all, the supremely holy Father among the holy, heard the prayer of supplication offered in the regular form and scourged the one who was greatly exalted by his own insolence and effrontery, tossing him to and fro like a reed on the wind until he fell impotent to the ground, with his limbs paralyzed and unable to speak, completely overpowered by a righteous judgment. When his friends and members of his bodyguard saw how severe was the chastisement that overtook him, they were afraid he might die. And smitten with extreme alarm, they pulled him out. God, what is that movie called? Is it called Switch or Twitch? Where he be like, you know? God literally took that nigga and shook him up like a salt shaker. Is it Switch? Could you imagine? And threw him out like a ragdoll. They had to drag him out. Because wasn't no ring on his, I wasn't no rope on his leg. God picked him up, and so you know it was an angel that probably grabbed that nigga by his hair and was just shaking him. What would you do? It said it tossed him about like a reed in the air. That's like those little helicopters. Y'all know when springtime coming, them helicopters be flying, the little thing, we used to call them helicopters. I don't know what y'all call them. But they be doing like this to the ground. They got the little seed on the end. But y'all know how when the wind blowing, how they be going around. That's how God was tossing him around. But you gotta, okay, remember, he's in the temple. Where the wind come from? He ain't in the church part. He's in the sanctuary. Where the hell the wind come from? Where the wind come? Where the wind come from? Ain't no windows back there. So how is it that this mighty wind went past all the people that's making this big old noise outside? It passed all the priests, all of the altar workers and everybody else, and just touched this man. Nobody else was, it didn't say nobody else got shook up. So it was like God created a tornado, like a whirlwind, just for this nigga. And he just getting thrown around into the walls. It said his limbs was paralyzed. He couldn't even get up. So that wind passed everybody else and just hit you. That's like the people that get hit by lightning 3 times. Like some people never get even close to no lightning, and your ass then got hit 3 times with lightning. What did you do? Because God ain't just hitting you with lightning no 3 times in a row for nothing. You had to have done something. And you need to tell us what it is so we can stay away from it. No, for real. I be watching the stories. This a lady, she got hit by lightning 3 times. I said, yeah, something you done did. You ain't gonna tell me. Maybe the first time was but 3 times? Oh, hell no. What you done did? Tell me what you done did. Because he letting the whole world know he hitting you. So what's going on? You can tell us. We won't tell nobody. It's just us here. Tell us what's been went on. Because, honey, her hair standing up on her head just by itself sometimes. I said, poor baby, she got to walk around looking like a either Don King's daughter or either them little trolls. And it ain't that her hair just won't even go down no more. It just permanently stands up. Poor baby. Wait a minute. Have y'all seen that condition where the people can't comb their hair? It's the little white babies. And no matter what they do, their hair just stand on top of their head. Have y'all seen that? That is the crazy. They just need some grease, I said. No, for real. Y'all ain't seen. It's a real condition. It's a real condition. It is. I said, I'm going to send them people some grease. That grease will lay it down, baby. Get them some blue magic, honey. They will not have no more. Now, they're going to have to wash it out every day. You can't leave that sitting on your scalp. But that'll lay it down, baby. Get you some edge control for that little sad part. Uncombable syndrome or something. You seen it. Edge control will do it. I sure thought about sending them some. Like, yep, I'm going to just, they probably need that. The little babies, all their little hair just stand up on their head. I said, oh, look at it. It's all blonde. So it's just like, it kind of looks like baby chickens. Like baby chicken hair. You know how the chicks be, like, and once they dry, like it be fluffy like that. But the parts of it is like, that's what it reminds me of. And I'm not laughing at nobody's disability. I'm just saying it's just weird things that God put out here, like the girl that's allergic to water. Y'all remember she was on Oprah, water burns her. She can't even drink water. Well, how was you living? It would put what you call it, blisters in her throat, just regular water. She's allergic to water. And you gotta think, even the alcohol white is alcohol and water. Right. So you think about all of these things, and then you wonder if the giants playing with our DNA didn't have a lot to do with that. To do with that, because remember they started gene splicing, right? And there's some animals and different things that don't need to be in certain spaces. Yep, there's kids that can't go out in the sun, or the sun will burn their skin completely, like they can, yeah. Or the people that don't feel no pain, like they can stick their hand for. Did y'all watch? I asked y'all to watch it a long time ago. Heroes. Did anybody watch the seasons of Heroes? Did y'all go back and watch that? It's real good. You could watch that with the kids too. Yeah. I bet now if some of y'all go back and watch it, y'all gonna be like, oh my God, they have the giant DNA. Everybody got giant DNA now. See, we kept wondering why they kept showing us all these shows about X-Men and all of that. And guess what they've been telling us the whole time? It's on NBC, I think. But I think it's on what you call it? The Amazon Prime, I think. So if you go on and read this, because I'm about to get off here. If you go on and read this, I didn't want to spoil it for y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all because what I wrote up here was how many times has the devil tried to claim God's people as his own? Do y'all know that this same Ptolemy person, once he got beat up at the temple, he went back to Egypt or wherever he was at, and he brought soldiers back. All the Israelites lost their freedom to go and be, and he branded them with a mark. What's happening right now? James H. Charlesworth. It's you can go in my bio. It's up there. It's in there. You can go right in my bio and look in the book section, and these books are in there. You can get them right there. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. The Mark of the Beast, and it's going to be restricted what we can buy and what we can't buy. Isn't that crazy? And it's right here in this. If you read the last of this, I'm gonna read just this little part because it's mind blowing to me. I said, here we go again. These rulers, boy. Okay. Okay, it says thereafter on his arrival in Egypt, he became even more extravagant in his wickedness through his aforementioned boon companions and friends, complete strangers to everything that was just. And not only was he not satisfied with his innumerable excesses, he even reached such a pitch of arrogance as to concoct slanderous reports in these regions. Many of his friends watched the king's procedure intently and themselves fell into line with his wishes. That means y'all gonna follow in line with his. You just seen God shake him up and you still gonna follow him. Crazy. His aim was to bring disgrace upon the nation publicly. Accordingly, he erected a pillar on a tower at the palace and inscribed on it that none of those who did not sacrifice should be permitted to enter their temples. and that all Jews should be required to enroll in the census and be reduced to the condition of slaves, and that anyone who spoke against it should be taken by force and put to death, and that those who were enrolled should be branded by fire on their bodies with an ivy leaf, the emblem of Dionysus, and should be registered according to their former restricted status. So exactly what's getting ready to happen now, you won't be able to buy or sell, and you'll be under the control of a one world government. Christians specifically are not going to be able to go and do as they would like. So this has happened before. If you don't sign up and follow they gods, you won't be able to worship no God. So Ptolemy did the same thing, him, Cleopatra, and the sisters, to the Israelites. Really? That's my. So all of this is getting ready to happen again. It's happening again. Every time the sinners get mad that they can't walk up, and I ain't talking about church people. I'm talking about when a true follower of Christ is doing something and they can't be a part of it, then they just gonna tear it up and tear it down. Okay? Crazy. 521 book 2. Or 5, well, we started at 517. So 517 and 521, basically, or 520. Just these two little pages right here. And y'all can go back and read it. And we read this before, but the rest of this story, oh, it's in my other book. Mm. Where can you get this book? On Amazon. It's a 2 book set, actually. You got volume 1 and volume 2. It has the lost books of the Bible in it. Adam and Eve, all the goodies that they took out of your Bible is this many books that should have been in there that ain't in there. And it's even more than this, but this is a start. So when you look at your Bible, right here, this ain't it. This is not all. It's sad. Cause this is like nothing compared to all of the goodies that's in here to break down each and every last one of these stories. Like in here, it doesn't tell you Adam and Eve's daughters' names. It just tells you that they had more kids. And in here, it tells you which sister married who, which brother married who, what cities they started. You can read about Enoch and the giants, all the good stuff. You can read about Abraham acting like old boy in Meet Joe Black, because that's where they got that story from, the Testament of Abraham. He act just like Meet Joe Black. If y'all went and watched that movie, y'all cannot tell me y'all did not think about Abraham when y'all was watching it. Because that old man in there act just like Abraham. When old boy, what's the name, came to get him, didn't he act just like Abraham? What's his name? The dude that played Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, I think his name is. His name Anthony Hopkins. Mm-hmm. Listen, if you want to know about the Testament of Abraham, that's a good story. My great niece got. I mean, yeah, my great niece, my oldest great niece got married today. Did I tell you I'm a great auntie? I've been a great auntie for 20 years and I'm only 43. Mm-hmm. Yep, my great niece got married today, which is crazy that I'm even. Oh, I got a great niece that's 20. And I'm 43. Ain't that nuts? I've been a great auntie since I was 20, 21, 22, 23. I've been a great auntie since I was 23. A auntie since I was 7. She got married. I didn't know. My kids was letting me know. So, y'all know I don't talk to my family. So, I don't be knowing. You a great aunt. I'm on my way because if she have a baby anytime, I mean, she got married today. So, in 9 months, I could be a great aunt, which is crazy as hell in itself. A great, and I'm only 43. If my great niece get pregnant, that's exactly what's going on. I'm gonna be a great at 43. Yes, and she just got married today, so she could easily be a mommy in 9 months. hmm That's crazy. I could be a great aunt in like 9 months. That's nuts. Honestly, I just became a grandma. Hell, but I've been a great auntie for 20 years. My niece, as a matter of fact, my great niece and my daughter is a month and 20 days apart. So my baby and my great niece is a month and 10 days older than my daughter. So me and my niece was pregnant at the same time. And was. it, it is what it is. Hell. Yeah. It was like, she pregnant. I said, well, so am I. We was giving birth about 6 weeks apart. hmm Crazy. And now her baby, she could be getting ready to be a grandma. That's just so crazy. Yes, I love y'all. I'm about to go get in my bed and lay down. Because now that I got this car, I'll be like, yeah, but I'm gonna have to go drive to go get it. See, well, Uber and them had to bring it, and the grocery store, Walmart had to bring it. I didn't care because I didn't have to go nowhere. But now there's no reason for me to ever use Uber or any grocery store delivery. Yes, baby, I was spoiled. If I wanted to go somewhere, I called somebody and somebody drove me. And if I wanted groceries, they came to I didn't have to do nothing. Now it's like, oh, you you gotta get up and go get it. You're hungry? There's no reason for you to spend an extra $9 when you could just get up and go get it. And then I just be eating bread. Because I'm not going to spend the money on Uber. And I'm not about to go buy it. So I'll go in there and eat me a little piece of bread and be like, I'm about to go to sleep. Because I ain't going. I got to ease myself into this whole driving everywhere. And I ain't wasting. I'm still on the same tank of gas from when I filled it up. I'm about at half now. And I'm about to see if I can push it for another week. Yeah, I'll be playing, running all y'all gas out. $2.83, $3.23. Oh, baby, let me map out this route I'm about to take so I can do everything I need to do. And I ain't driving nowhere out the way. I'm about to do a circle. I'll go sit in it like I'm going to go somewhere. I done did that a couple times. I go sit in it, turn the lights on. I just found out where the trunk thing was yesterday. I've been using the thing to pop the trunk, and then it went. I said, "Where is the damn trunk thing at?" I'm looking all on the side of the seat, under the dash. It's right behind the turn signal. It's just a little lever that you slide down to the trunk. I said, "Now, why the hell did they put that there? Why do they keep moving stuff?" Why don't they just put it on the door or where it used to be, like the gas, the trunk, and the hood thing all used to be in the same place? You know exactly. I don't know where the damn gas thing is. I gotta find that. Nigga was looking crazy trying to open the damn trunk. I said, these people probably think I am nuts. What does it say? Everybody try to be different. Just put everything on every car in the same space. So if I switch cars, I already know where everything is. This person's little red triangle thing, I can't think of what the lights is called, the caution lights or whatever, is all the way up in the top of the dash. Then this person's is down here by the radio in the heat. This person's is over here on the side. Like, put the damn red triangle thingy bobber, the hazard right, the hazard lights. Where they supposed to put them where everybody can see them? Got me here looking around for shit. So irritated. So I'm still learning the car. That's just it. I'm still learning it. Learning where everything is. I did get my jump box. Thank you. I did get my jump box because y'all know who I'm going to call. Ain't no Ghostbusters out here. So I got my jump box. I got my little basket in the back with my, my oil and my all of that little stuff. All of that. Got me some little, I can't think of what everything is called right now. I don't know. I probably need to go have some meds because nothing is working out right now. But, I'm just saying. Because it's about to get cold. And I do not... We got a brand new deep freezer for free. I'm about to load it up with meat since I have solar. Are you loading it up to dry it, or... Because you're not going to want to use all your power trying to keep that deep freeze. You're going to need lights. Are you loading it up to make jerky? Or canned meat? Is that what we're doing? Good job on the free deep freezer, though. I like that. Things is going to be different this winter. It definitely is. I do believe that. Oh, you have a whole house solar. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Well, you got it then. I just wanted to say, make sure you're not, because you don't want to use all your power to keep the food. And then you can't use it for other stuff. But y'all got a plan, so never mind. Don't pay. Look, I'll take it back, bro. Go on and do your thing. You got it. Listen, I don't know. But I'm just saying, whatever it is, y'all ready. And that makes me excited. I'm going to say that to everybody that's been trying to get their stuff together, even if it's little by little. God is giving you time. And this is the thing. I hope y'all paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting crazier and crazier. I don't want to talk about no bricks or none of that. Nothing. Because we already knew it was coming. We knew last year it wasn't going to be no money. We knew last year the food was going to be crazy. We knew last year the economy crashed. That's why I told folks, don't go out and be buying no big old houses and stuff. Downsize if you can. Start spending less money because it's about to blow. We already knew. God is good. He is. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, if y'all notice, a lot of that stuff I ain't talking about it because we talked about it all last year. That's all we talked about last year is what was coming this year. And now it's here. So I'll be trying to talk about what's coming after that or something else. Because we talked about it. And what I tell y'all know I don't like that whole circle thing. So it's happening. We know it's happening. So we just got to be looking for the rest of it. Yeah. Now we living through it, right? Is it weird to anybody? Be honest. Is it weird that last year, before y'all knew who I was, some of y'all already knew, whatever, okay, I got it. But for the people that might not have known, or might not have even realized what time we was in, isn't it interesting to see how, like, you woke up and then everything was just right there in your face? It was like you realized you did not have a lot of time. Because y'all was on it like, wait a minute, hold on, wait, how long do we got? Well, I say within the next year. So just think if we would have never came across this TikTok, or I wouldn't have never got blocked off my other social media, or whatever it is.
Remember, I told y'all God kept telling me, right, like 2 months before this all happened. He was like, for such a time as this, I had no idea. And I just kept saying, what does that mean? For such a time as this. Well, he knew everything that was about to pop off with the famine, with the 2020 sickness coming back around, with the water going bad, with everything that's going on. And that's all the things that we talked about really in the first 6 months of me being on here. And now it's all a reality, even the scanning in the stores now. Because in February of 22, we did not have all these youth scans. They really started putting them in like May, June, July, August is when y'all start telling me. Because remember, I didn't go to the store. They're like, CERCA, there's no more cashiers. I didn't went to this store. They got no cashiers in this store, no cashiers in that store. So 6 months roughly after we talked about it, the cashless society started really like to where they don't need no cashiers. And I kept telling y'all, ain't gonna be no cash, so they not gonna need no cashiers. And now, dang near every store, even when you go into Dollar General and Dollar Tree, they got you scan. But the end of 21, that was not a thing. That was not a thing at the end of 21. And now at the end of 23, pretty much there's no more cashiers nowhere. Not even at the gas stations. But we was crazy. But everything we talked about and we was prepping for is a reality at the end of 23. Everything we talked about. Even down to the thing of them selling us fake meat, which means there's a famine because there's no real food, and appeal vegetables that are not even uh, that are not even I prepare still until I can't that part. You see what I'm saying? So all of it is here. I'm doing good. I'm about to get off, Steph. You late. I'm sorry. Circle been in the bed all day because I believe I pushed myself into another lupus crisis. Pushing myself, trying to be all stressed out about that car and all of that old stuff. And now I ain't been able to do nothing but pretty much lay in my bed and stay close to my bed. And I'm about to go warm up this rice and get back in my bed. So I love y'all. But I did it an hour and a half right now. Don't kill me, y'all, but it's just, ooh, thank you. I'm about to go lay it down. Yes, and y'all can finish reading this Maccabees. It's good. It's real good. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you. I am. I'm actually gonna drink some of y'all teas. I've been using all my WOIU stuff today. My creams, my juice, my oregano oil. It's been a whole WOIU care day up in here. I done rubbed on my this and that and did my soak my feet and put my best body butter on my toes, and I'm about to go right now and put some Be Fancy Beauty on. So just know y'all got me all the way together. I'm grateful. Cause if it wasn't for y'all, I'd probably been in here crusty, tired, and achy. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah, he is. It's just y'all listen. I be acting like I don't have lupus. Is what the issue is. Yes, self care. I be acting like I don't have lupus, but when it flare up, I gotta deal with it. So I act like it ain't here and push myself. But I also learned, like I said, in my younger days, I would push myself until I would crash. And this is what my daughters was scared of when I moved here because they know they normally have to take care of me. I won't get out the bed for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the bed, just between the tub and my bed, not cooking, not doing nothing. My appetite goes down. It'd be a whole thing. So Instead of me just continuing to push myself, that's why I ain't really been on here. I just been laying down, resting my mind, so I can rest my body. And I'm sorry, Miss T. I'm sorry. So yeah, and I'm not looking for no sympathy. Yes, I take all of that. I mean, it's still all the herbs. I can do all of that. I got all of that stuff. But if it's a lupus crisis, I mean, well, you can't do it. Ain't gonna take it away. And the herbs and stuff, I mean, they help with the symptoms. But if I push myself to the limit, I just push myself to the limit. No, it's not the meat because I haven't even really been eating no meat. Listen, y'all, I've had lupus since 2006. No, it's not the meat, actually. It's not the meat. Because I ain't been really eating no meat. I haven't really been eating anything. Okay, I get you, honey. But I know my body, and I've been eating meat, and I pray over my meat, and I've been fine. That is not what it is. That's not my problem. It might be for you, for y'all. Some people can't have meat. That's not my issue. That's not what's making me tired. That's not none of that. No. I know exactly why I'm tired because I pushed myself. I was up hours and hours and hours and hours last week. I was in the heat and all of that kind of stuff, and I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't resting. I haven't been rested, and then on top of that, I was teaching and all of that stuff too. No, I've been doing this almost 2 straight years. I'm tired, for real. I got thrust into this job. It ain't like this job found me. I'm tired, and I ain't saying I don't want to do it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna push myself into an early grave for the internet. So if I feel like resting and I don't want to teach today, guess what I'm not gonna do? I'm gonna go get in my bed and I'm gonna lay down because I didn't put in enough work. We got plenty of homework and all of that. It ain't like I don't get on here and do what I'm supposed to do. So and I done did more. Yeah, I don't know how many thousands of hours we got. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta just take care of me too. I can't just always because y'all gotta think. I don't just work on here. I've been counseling all day, even though I'm still tired. So I've been having hour, 2 hour, 3 hour conversations, which can be draining for me, even though I'm already still tired. This in my personal life. Like I told you, there's a lot of people that they come in here and get class, but they also be needing to talk to me personally because I know them personal. So then that's even, it's just always somebody that needs something, whether it be advice, whatever. And sometimes I have given everything that I have out. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have anything else to give, I gotta recoup it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm recouping and getting my life together so that I can be 100% and not exhausted. Because even my daughter, because she was like, "You don't feel good." No, I don't. And they know when I'm, just kind of out of it, and my mind don't be clear. It just be a lot. So I'm learning. This internet is gonna be here, but what won't be here is if I keep pushing myself to the limit, is me. And ain't nobody to come and take me to the hospital if I pass out or none of that stuff. So I have to do what I have to do to make sure I'm okay. And I'm gonna do that. But I know y'all got plenty of lives to go watch on what's the name. It's so much school on there. It's a good 10 years worth if you take your time and go through it. So I love y'all. I did want to get on here and share that with y'all because I thought it was very interesting that if you keep on going in the wrong way and God keeps begging you to stop doing stuff, that He might shake your whole understanding up. And it might put you in a position where you paralyzed and you can't move if you want to. And that means job, relationships. You ever felt like you got stuck in something and if you said, "God, if you get me out," well, 9 times out of 10, He kept telling you not to go that way. Just like this Ptolemy guy, they kept begging him. Everybody tried to tell him, and he just kept on going in the wrong way. So then he got shook up real, real good. And then he want to get mad about it, but You should listen. You should have listened. So hopefully that made y'all think about going in the wrong way boldly and arrogantly. You know, try not to basically ask God before you do something. And if you get a feeling like it's a no, just take the no. Because if you make it into a yes, you don't know how long you're going to have to stay in that situation. And you could be making it worse for not only you, but your lineage. You don't want to do that. I love y'all. We'll have class in the morning. I ain't going to say early, maybe about 10. Thank you. Y'all, I promise, I think it's got to be something that's on here. Because this is the same hair color. I promise you it's not no different. It's I didn't do nothing but twist my hair. Like I didn't wash it. I didn't do nothing. I just woke up this morning and so they just gonna let me sit up here with this good old afro under here. They don't give a damn. Y'all don't even be caring about me. Y'all just y'all do not even care. Y'all are not trying to help. Good night, Tip. Y'all are not trying to get me Mr. CERCA. I see now. That's why y'all don't care about me being in my pajamas, stains on my shirt or nothing. Y'all don't even care. He ain't gonna want to look at like that. She'll have plenty of time to spend with us. We don't care how you look. It's fine. You can have two nails on, one hand, a spot on your shirt, a crust right here on your mouth. We do not care. Help me out here, okay? I know, Tim. I figured that out today. Cause I look back at my videos, I be having no nails on these four fingers and these, and y'all just be in here. Y'all don't even care. Like I said, now I'm gonna have to start going outside the house, so it can't. What you say? Cause we right here with you. Listen here, Shelly. Listen. But I gotta start going outside, so I gotta come a little bit. Like I cannot be going outside with three nails on in this. And I did. But I looked down at my hand when I was in the place and was like, CERCA. Thanks, you. I started doing my own nails. No training, but it's okay. Listen to me too. That ain't keep a lot of more money in your pocket. Yeah, y'all better let me know now. I know y'all don't care, Miss Valerie, but I can't be going out in public like this crazy all the time. Listen, I'm going outside now. See, it's fine when I was in here with y'all. Y'all my family, but like them people ain't my family, so I gotta. Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy you came back. Thank you. Don't forget to go to Dollar Tree. They got all the good T-shirts in there. I grabbed me like 5 of them for $5. So you see, I got 5 pairs of jeans back in May for $5 from Walmart a piece. Now they got me 5 T-shirts, and I cut my other one up. I had it on yesterday. It was cute. Cut it up and put the little dots on the side of it, and the little slits in the back. So it was real cute. You got you some too? Hey, did you get all of them? It was like 3 of them I didn't get. I got 5 though. I ain't gonna tell y'all which ones I got. Since y'all already know that, I'm just gonna keep it that way. I'm just gonna with this one I got for sure. Yes, this one I got for sure. I like it though. It got all my peoples on it from the shows I used to watch when I was a little kid. You got the Looney Tunes ones for sure. Uh-oh. So everybody done been to Dollar Tree. Why y'all didn't tell me? You know what I realized about y'all? Good night, Auntie. But you see what they do, Auntie? They go sneak and get the stuff and say nothing to me. But everything I get, I gotta tell them what I get. I don't like it. You see how they do me, Auntie? I'm about to start coming on y'all pages so I can see what y'all getting. so I can run and go get. Y'all being snuck and got y'all's already and don't be telling me nothing is in there. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. Yes! I'm using that. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. And y'all be keeping y'all little funky secrets. I see what y'all be doing. So y'all want me to tell y'all all my business, but y'all keep your little business to yourself. That's why I'm about to go. Girl, the right Mrs. CERCA is not going to care about your appearance, auntie. I did that with the last one. I'm gonna have to do something different because see they get used to you looking crazy and then they think you always supposed to look crazy. So then when you get dressed up, they think you want some funny stuff. So I ain't doing it this time, auntie. Because I'm not about to be walking around looking like Hagatha and you just gonna have to be mad about it, I guess, husband. Because I won't be doing that this time. I said that with my first one. I wanted him. And so then anytime that I didn't look crazy, he had an attitude. Because he met me looking crazy. And he wanted me to stay looking like that because he didn't want nobody else looking at me. No. I'm changing it up this time. That didn't work out for me last time. So I'm going to write me a new hypothesis and see how these variables go. I got to change it up, auntie. Because, baby. Yes. He did. Anytime I got that, where you going? Well, just put some clothes on. Where are you doing? Oh, okay. So yes, honey, they all science projects. Everybody's a case study. Case study 1074. Every person I meet is a case. If y'all look at people like case studies, you won't be so upset. Y'all ain't made people into case studies yet? It'll take, auntie, the people at your job. Listen, make people into case studies. I promise you will not be mad about nothing they do. Everybody is a case study to me. Case study 105. Case study 304. Case study 974. Like, for real. Everybody's a case study to me. Any person that I interact with, you're a case study. I got to write down what you do, write down how you act, write down when you say. And I'm serious. You can do this to the people at your job and everything. And it will make you be so tickled. Because if you look at everybody like a case study, then you trying to figure them out like a specimen. like you got your little remote thing, you know how they be having the little microphones and everything, and it's like case study 1470. So the specimen has now started to jump against the walls and yell and scream at a high-pitched voice after someone removed their lunch from the lunchbox. Let's see how this is going to work. It's almost like doing the Animal Planet. Like, if you think about how they narrate the Animal Planet, like, if you look at people in your job like that, and your family, this is why. Everybody a case study or Animal Planet study to me. One of the two. I'm about to see what kind of animal you is. And I need to watch you closely and observe you so that I can know which room we need to put you in the crazy house. Everybody is a case study. My own mama is a case study. What you mean? She's been my most challenging case study. Love her to death. But my mama's my most challenging case study. Let me see if this gonna work. I bet your feelings are more protected that way and are. They are. Because then I'm not saying my feelings don't get hurt. But if I understand that I gotta learn how you work, then it's different when you do all that stuff. Because now I'm trying to figure out why you, and not that you did it to me. A snake, a possum, or a skunk. Lucille. Right. Which station of the ark do you believe? If you even getting on the ark. Oh, yeah. I look at all people as case studies. You can learn a lot if you just sit back and watch. You don't have to wait for a person to tell you anything. I told you this is how I knew, like, the people that was poor growing up. And I'm not saying I wasn't poor. I'm saying, like, you could tell the people that had lack when they go into work and they do different things, or when they go out, how they can, conduct themselves, or who they're always pointing out don't have, and all of this, because they used to be that person. Or if they were the ugly person growing up, now they got something to say about everybody being ugly and how funny looking they look. And you can look at a person and see what affected their childhood and has now developed into this crazy adult life. People that didn't get hugs and stuff, they don't know personal space. So they'll be up on you like that. You like, excuse me, can you back up, please? But a lot of those people are emotionally starved. They were emotionally starved, or they didn't get hugs and things like that. So y'all think I'm joking? I'm trying to tell you. They always want to be touching people, and no, don't touch me. Look, go to work this week and put everybody in a case study. You gonna be. I promise, if you act like you is a doctor observing crazy people, it will change you. You will be tickled all day at work. You gonna be tickled. You said let the homework try it. And you can do it in your mind. You ain't gotta write it down if I did, but you don't have to. You don't have to just do, mental case studies on people and ask specific questions. I promise you. Oh, it's open right now, David. It's open right now. You right here, WOIU. We an international internet university right now. Cause see, they want to charge us a lot to get a building and stuff, so we working on it. Just give me a minute. Nonprofits get free buildings and stuff, so we gonna see what we can find. We gonna see. But I'm about to go find me some food right now. I love y'all. I gotta go because I'll be on here talking and being passed out. This is the problem. Only ate once today, and I didn't eat that much. And so it's about to be 11 o'clock, and I still ain't ate nothing. It ain't 11. What time is it? 9:14. I probably ain't ate since like 7 or 8 or 9 this morning. I don't know, 10, something like that. And it's about to be 9 o'clock. And if I was hungry, I'd go eat me a piece of bread and get into bed. So I probably need some more calories. That's probably why I'm tired. I'm famished. That's probably the problem. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, you can download it. Definitely. We just like to highlight here and write notes in it, so that's why everybody got it. We do have some people that just have the digital copy. Digital copy. I love y'all. Good night, everybody. My dad said that I put on his mom. Oh. Wait a minute. He said that about his mom. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Papa, I am not in it. I'm not about to get in trouble. I'm about to go.